Guyver.
The Guyver, a 90s classic in my book now.
Yeah.
If I was a kid, yes.
Yeah.
Adult, no.
Tell us about this movie.
So this movie is based off of a manga. I forgot the dude's name, but the manga I imagine was like out in the 80s or something like that.
Yeah, it's very old.
But like, the premise is think of like
Power Rangers.
Oh, Power Rangers, Beetleborgs. You got I think it's called Starship Kid or Star Kid. It's just this aliens have been living here. Xenoids or Xenoids. Zoonoids, that's right. They've been living here. And if I remember right, in the the beginning credits, it's like they're already strong. They made a Guyver, and like we can't use this. Only a human can use this.
Yeah, the Zoonoids want to figure out how to use it.
Yeah.
But if a human uses it, it gives them like 100 times normal strength.
How do they know this? Yeah, I don't know, because they're trying to figure out how to use it. Kid looks up and figures out how to use it. But yeah, the Guyver's like this ball thing. He wears it, becomes super strong. It's just typical Japanese early 90s fighting with aliens.
Great monster suits.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Fantastic
The monster
monsters.
suits,
The prosthetics and stuff.
jumping way ahead, but when Mark Hamill transforms into a cockroach,
Very
fucking
disturbing.
awesome.
Yeah. But yeah, this is it's a kids movie.
Yes. I think
Except for the couple weird,
the weird
gory, transmogrifying,
and
creepy shit.
And the CEO being very creepy.
Oh yeah, the rapey CEO guy. Yeah, but it's I mean, it is a straight up kids movie, and we talked about that with God damn it, Alien from LA.
Yeah, Alien from LA. Yeah.
It's got that same tone. That movie does it better as far as the goofy humor.
Yeah.
But this has got, it's the goofy villains. They're all dummies.
We're this $1 million industry, and we hire these poor, goofy retards pretty much
Yes.
to do all of our dirty work. Apparently, they get the job done. But
They're just chuckleheads.
Yeah.
That's the word. And it's just that always thing. They're like, I mean, you've got the one guy who, it's got to be the guy. It was, they did the dynamite joke at the end when he said dynamite.
Oh, I don't think that's Michael Winslow.
No, but it might be. I think it's the guy that played that character from.
Oh, Rerun?
Whoever says dynamite.
I think it's Rerun.
It was him.
Could it be?
I think it was that actor.
Let us know.
But anyway, he's rapping and
Yeah, he loves to rap.
He would break into a random rap.
It's like, I got this guy. I'm gonna fight him. Then raps.
Yeah, they'll start rapping.
Yeah, you got the Hills Have Eyes dude.
Yeah.
Tall, bald dude. Mark Hamill's in it, of
Creepy.
course.
Mark Hamill plays the CIA, the least likely CIA agent ever.
Oh yeah, that mustache makes him so great.
Mustache and oversized coat and pants.
Yeah.
And he's just there's this corporation. They have the Guyver. The Japanese dude steals it because it's too dangerous for them. But and they're chasing him. The goon squad's chasing him, and he hides it in a lunchbox in this pile of junk.
Yeah.
And then they find him and they kill him. And then the guy had called Mark Hamill beforehand saying, "Hey, I have this thing." So then Mark Hamill's looking for it. They're looking for it. And then this random kid who was at this Aikido dojo.
Yes.
Because he knows the Asian girl. She's at the dojo. So the daughter of the guy that gets killed.
Yes. I still have questions about this Guyver kid, though. I still couldn't figure out if he's homeless.
No.
Or he was stalking her.
No, he was following her.
Okay.
Because he was in his house later.
Well,
yeah, he had an apartment.
house?
He had an apartment. Remember, he wakes up after his first Guyver thing. He wakes up in the apartment.
It wasn't her apartment?
No, it was his apartment.
Because at the beginning, like, he throws his bag down on, like, homeless people couch by the bridge.
Oh, he did, but I don't think
And
that was
okay. I thought he was like, yeah, I'm going to crash here.
No,
Oh, what's this?
no, I don't think so.
This is weird. This lunchbox, I didn't live it here.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so he's not homeless. So.
He runs into the Guyver. He's getting beat up by these goons, these other goons. It's like they're all dressed like
cholos.
Yeah, they're all dressed like cholos, but they're acting really.
It's so goofy.
And then the leader is the Asian guy from the dojo.
Yeah.
He's like the head student. I'm like, of an Aikido dojo.
Yeah.
Which, okay, they are actually. Most of what they were doing was actual Aikido.
In the dojo.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I mean, some of the things she was saying didn't quite make any sense. But the guy that's the head of that is part of this gang, and they just like it doesn't make any sense with what you know about Aikido. It's like
And that's where you see it be very, very kids movie. Because like they do the goofy kids sound effect, the
goofy
boing,
faces. Yeah, and
the goofy laughs.
yeah, like yeah, get him, boss.
Just for a beginning, I was thinking they were trying to go with like anime style type thing, and now it's just we're gonna make it a kids thing.
Yeah, I mean, you see some of that in the fighting. It reminded me of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
But, well, you want to,
Yes.
or chilled vodka.
Chilled vodka. Switch it to Doma.
So the chilling makes it so you can't taste it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the key. Yeah.
Yeah, that was better.
Not quite as painful.
No. Ugh.
So yeah, the kid's got the Guyver. Now, okay, first thing, practical effects. When he transforms into the Guyver, like he's getting beat up, and the thing falls out of his bag, and it latches onto his face, and then all this like
Shit just
shit
comes out.
and wraps up.
Yeah,
That was
on
awesome.
point. Yes.
It was awesome. It was really good.
Yeah, when they transform, like that stuff is top notch. But you don't see that anymore.
Yeah, well, there's a mix. It's like stop motion. It's like that reverse stop motion.
Yeah.
Kind of like they've got the strings and like all that shit
Wraps
that looks
around.
like it's wrapping around. Yeah.
Yeah, that is on point. What else we got? Yeah, there's not much story to it. Just Guyver's bad.
Yeah, they're looking for evil bad guys looking
bad
for the
guys,
Guyver.
yeah.
He's got the Guyver. They fight a long time, and this is the thing. Like, I was looking forward to the fighting, but honestly, it's not very good.
No.
It's
I would imagine it's hard to do in that suit.
Yeah.
That time era. Like even when they made a joke about Ninja Turtles, that reminded me because like those people about died in those Ninja Turtle suits.
Yeah.
Like they could hardly move around and breathe. So I'd imagine it's probably exactly the same way.
fighting
that
in
one.
those movies was better.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just not very dynamic. I didn't find any of it really exciting at all.
Yeah.
Aside from just seeing the monsters were great, and there's a bunch of them. They're like everybody in this corporation, so they're in there. Guyver, he gets beaten in his first big fight, and they pull the orb out of his
They
head.
figure out that's his weakness.
Yeah, and his body just melts.
Yeah.
So they've got this thing. They got the girl, and they're trying to get the girl to tell them how it works because she saw him use it. And she ends up grabbing it, and then there's this fight tussle, and ends up flying into the mouth of one of the monsters. And everybody in this corporation, they all look like people, but then they all transform at one point. So like the lab tech guys change into different kinds of monsters. Really well done stuff. There's a great scene where she gets the ball from the Guyver, and it's got like all these like they're like, oh, it's growing, and there's all these like pieces coming out of it, like wrapping around.
I thought it was gonna morph into her or something.
Yeah.
I figured she was gonna have a bit more of an important role into it, especially since her dad, which we didn't bring on, he's one of the
Zoonoids. Yeah, he transforms into a fishman. Yeah,
and gets his head bashed in.
Yeah. So we thought maybe she would transform,
Unless
but she doesn't.
Adoptive.
Yeah, I mean, he adopted an Asian to look like him.
For his cover up, I guess. Yeah, kidnapped the kid probably.
Yeah, but during this tussle, the ball of the Guyver flies into one of the monster's mouths, and he swallows it.
Yeah,
they're trying to get it out, but then you see. So when the guy's in the Guyver suit, he's got these like elbow blades that come out, which is pretty cool. He's like sometimes he slices up a couple people, but the guy's like, and he falls down. And you see the blade come out and slice up his body from the inside. And then the Guyver, like he had, I guess, he crawls out of his body. And I guess he had used the material of the monster to reconstruct the body.
Yeah.
You know, and so our main guy is back to life.
Back to life. It's only dead for a few hours.
Yeah.
Before that was like one of my favorite scenes was the CEO and the dude from Reanimator who's in it. They were talking. He's like, yeah, this is the CEO's like, this is scientist's daughter. What was it he exactly said? But the CEO winked at the scientist, so the daughter's seen it. It was like, what?
Yeah. That was probably the funniest. It was. I don't know if they intended it to be funny, but it was funny. She noticed the wink and was like, hey, you know.
Yeah, you murdered my dad.
But yeah, the villain, the guy that plays the villain was really good. Very creepy.
His parts was awesome. Yeah.
Like when she's passed out on the couch after they capture her, and he's like rubbing his huge, blunt, nasty-looking fingers.
These things are monsters.
Like all on her lips, and then he comes to his own mouth. He's like,
and then he goes back to her lips. He's just rubbing up on her.
Yeah, the whole time, and then she wakes up, and he's just talking to her like he's got his arms around her.
Just imagine like creepy Uncle Joe Biden just with donkey teeth, giant hands.
Yeah, if she was 12 years old, he'd be all over that shit. Yeah,
it smell nice.
So yeah, the villain, the main bad guy is really good. Whatever that actor's name is, he did it perfectly.
Yeah.
And all the other villains were stupid and goofy, but it was just that classic 90s kids movie kind of feel to it. Just all like we talked about, I think, with Alien from LA, jokes that aren't jokes. You know what I mean? Just say a goofy thing, and then it's supposed to be funny.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just because you add like a funny noise to it doesn't make it funny.
A kid will laugh, like a little kid will laugh his ass off at
cute.
that.
They're like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they will love that shit.
Yeah.
But when I'm standing, I'm just like, oh god.
Yeah, I definitely. I be that way with like a Suburban Commando. As a kid, I love the shit out of that. When I watched it today, I'm like.
You watched Suburban Commando today?
Oh no, not today.
Oh, okay.
Like in this time, which we did for the review.
Right.
I had the nostalgia feel. I thought it was great, but watching it as an adult, I'm like, this is fucking awful.
This movie needs nostalgia.
Yeah.
It definitely does, and it's weird because, like I said, I had never heard of this movie.
Never.
I've heard of the Guyver before, but in the Japanese sense.
Yeah. You know how Americans do with Japanese animes and mangas. They do great. Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Alita Battle Angel was pretty good.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I can't say it was the greatest movie ever, but it was well done. And it was great in 3D in the theater.
Yeah.
Also, me drinking whiskey the whole time helped.
Oh.
But I mean, it was like me and two other people in the theater, so you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, they've. But yes, you're right. Generally, when they try to adapt, I never watched that Dragon Ball Z shit.
Oh, it was fucking the worst.
It was like an abomination.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, I knew it was just going to be bad. And I watched it last year just to see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they murdered that thing.
Yeah.
They fucked the story up. It's just the effects. It's awful.
Didn't even get the hair right.
give two shits about the hair, but yes.
It's gotta be about. I mean,
It's-
listen, the hair is very
I
important.
know. Yeah, they didn't
You
get
can't
the hair
have a
right.
Super Saiyan without the right kind of hair.
Oh, they didn't even do Super Saiyan. They
God.
were doing just Dragon Ball, like
Oh.
the beginning story of Dragon Ball is what
Oh.
they were doing.
See, that could be done so well.
It can be,
Yeah.
but they were fucking retarded.
The original
that.
Dragon Ball is so funny.
Oh yeah, I love it. I
Yeah.
love it way more than a lot of the others.
Yeah. And some of it's kind of adult too. And you don't.
Oh, a lot of it.
Yeah. I need to watch the original Dragon Ball again.
Oh yeah, it's on Hulu. Yeah, you
Okay.
can watch it on Hulu. It's pretty good.
But anyway, we're
Yeah.
talking about the guy.
We're talking about the guy.
Mark Hamill.
Um,
He's an inept CIA agent. Like, honestly, Mark Hamill doesn't really do much. He just sort of runs around and
he doesn't. I
has
think
a mustache. Like,
there's another movie around this time era. I thought it was this one, but I've seen a picture of it. He had a weird haircut. I got to do some research on it, but it was another movie he was in. Apparently, this one's weird or whatever. But now he just mainly does the voice acting work, besides the Star Wars.
yeah.
I think that's kind of around about this time where he found his calling of voice acting work, because he does really good, like for
Figured out
cartoons and stuff.
when people saw him, they just thought of him as a young Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, Luke Skywalker. It's like, I got to get away from that. I'm going to do cartoons and video games.
Because when you see this movie, you think it's literally the kid that they had become the Guyver should have been a young Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he looks kind of like him. And it's like, if we would have done this 20 years earlier, then that would have been Mark Hamill.
Well, I would have liked Mark Hamill as the guy.
That's
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Like, he should have. You would have seen him as a younger person in that role.
Okay.
But even then, I mean, playing the older guy, as a cop, he's basically playing a cop. I just didn't really.
Didn't believe him.
No, it didn't really. I think he could have done it. I just don't think they really wrote the character very well.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it was fine. It's like but okay. I want to talk about the best scene with Mark Hamill.
Oh, yeah.
So this evil corporation run by these aliens, they take humans and they put them in these tanks, and they do whatever
They, like, morph them
to
into
them
something.
to try to make them into monsters,
Yeah.
or whatever. And during when the Guyver comes back and then he's fighting, the girl's like, "Oh, you gotta save Mark Hamill," or the fuck is
Yeah. They get him out.
Yeah, they get him out of the tank, and he's kind of sick, and he's walking around with him. But after kind of the main fight's over, before we get to the last fight,
Yeah. Lasts about like 15 seconds.
yeah,
Yeah. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you. Oh no! The bad guy uses his like. It looks
His
like
little
his
third eye.
He has a vagina
ball
open on his
vagina.
forehead.
Yeah.
and a ball comes out of his face, and
Now
Mark Hamill starts to mutate.
Yeah, this guy can control people into doing what he wants them to.
He's got force powers. Yeah. He had
Why
his,
haven't you been doing this whole time?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah.
This part was great. It was top-notch practical special effects. But I gotta tell you, for a kids movie, it was fucking horrifying. Right?
Yeah.
It was fucking horrifying. Like, Mark Hamill's like,
He's laying down, his
he
legs
flops down.
rip in half long ways.
his fucking his feet like this, and then split apart, and then his
starts stretching
fucking
out.
head comes out, and it's like all
Starts growing these veins.
scaly and shit. Like it was grotesque. It really like I would have freaked
Turns
out.
into a giant cockroach.
Yeah, with still has his eyes and half of his face on this fucking giant cockroach body.
Hey Guyver, you gotta stop this. There's only one way to do this. And I was hoping he was going to put him out of his misery, but he just dies.
He just croaks. Yeah, he should have been like, kill me.
Yeah.
But it was like some out of society.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like, God damn, you can't show that shit to kids. That's fucking brutal, man. I'm having nightmares.
I will show that every night to Emerson before she goes to bed.
Yeah.
This could be you if you don't do what I say.
As soon as she's old enough to understand it and be terrified, you can start. This will come to get you in the night if you don't do your homework.
Mark Hamill will come back to life. No, Mark Hamill.
Can't even show her Star Wars.
Nope.
She's like,
you can only watch 1, 2, and 3.
but I don't want it. It's got Mark Hamill. I want the one with Jar Jar Binks.
That's all you can watch.
So yeah, there you go. There's good monster suits. There's some good practical effects.
Oh yeah.
But the story is kind of not really there.
Yeah.
It's kind of goofy. The humor's not really there.
I feel like if they should have just went ahead and just made it for adults.
Yeah,
Because to me, it kind of feels a little bit close to like when Spawn came out.
Like,
type of thing.
yeah, if he was like decapitating those things and like punching through their
fuck
chest,
yeah. Fuck
something
yeah.
like that,
That'd
whipping
be a cool
spines
early
out.
90s
Yeah,
thing.
that would have been way better.
Yeah.
Still keep the goofy aliens in there. I don't care. Just have them just
Get some
gory.
gore going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be amazing. But no, it didn't happen.
So, Ninja Turtles did that. Gotta get the kids to come watch it. And they didn't watch it.
They wanted that Ninja Turtle money.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll go scores. Why don't you give your score?
I'll give it a 3.5.
Yeah.
3.5. I would say if I watched this as a kid and then watched it now to do the review, I would have gave it a 5 just because I felt like it would have been a nostalgia thing. But what's giving it a 3.5 is definitely just the people that did Reanimator. They did the effects for this and stuff. So that was awesome. I loved it. Another thing, forgot to mention, Linnea Quigley was in this for about 30 seconds, just screaming.
Much to your wife's anger, disappointment.
She definitely did not like the last movie that we watched with Quigley. Well, yeah, sorry. But
Linnea Quigley was playing, basically, it was like she was
just herself.
playing herself,
Yeah,
making another movie.
Yeah, they were making
which
another-
was good. I liked
yeah.
that scene.
Yeah, it was a
It
good,
was like
funny scene.
Linnea got almost like a cameo.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she got like opening credits role. I mean, that says something.
Yeah.
But yeah, 3.5 for like the effects.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 4. I'll bump it up to 4 because the monsters were really well done, and the practical effects were great. It kind of lacked in the story department, and the fighting was just kind of okay, but you can't see movies like this anymore. So I'm like, I think it's worth seeing. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 4 out of 5.
Yeah. We never stop saying, or we always say, just stop with the CG. Just start making this shit.
God, I wish people would do that.
Yeah. It would be so much better.
I know that it didn't. I hate to praise J.J. Abrams. Didn't he do some of that in the Force? What was the first one? The Force Awakens. The first Star Wars movie he did. He did some of the actual like matte painting, like he did more practical effects.
Oh yeah.
No.
It didn't seem like besides the ship's fight, but yeah, everything else like the aliens and stuff, it didn't seem like CG.
I think he did more of that stuff
Yeah.
because he wanted that feel, and I thought, that's definitely the right decision for that.
It is for a lot of stuff. Just go with the practical effects, man. It's way better. get more of a connection with it. It feels more real.
CGI is trash. It's terrible. It's still not good.
No.
I've been watching. I got the extended Lord of the Rings on 4K.
Okay. I've been wanting to get that, but
I got it, and I've watched the first two,
yeah,
and it looks great.
yeah,
And I wish there was more. I felt like there was more extended than there should be more extended on there. As long as they fucking on it. But the one thing that gets me is Gollum, and I know that Gollum was. I mean, Andy Serkis did an amazing job on that. And at the time, it looked great. But when you see it now, especially in 4K, it doesn't look right.
Tavy said if I bought the 4K, I have to get rid of my DVD copies of it, which is like the ones that look like the old books,
Right?
like the maps with it.
Yeah,
it's like I can't get rid of it.
Yeah, I used to have those same ones.
But she's like, in 4K, you have to get rid of the other ones. Like, I can't. Yeah, I can't. It's there. They look cool. It's got like the maps and stuff.
Yeah.
Can't do it. But it's on HBO Max, so I'm good for right now. But yeah.
All right, there you go. The Guyver. I think it's worth seeing.
Yeah, definitely watch it. I don't think it's streaming anywhere.
It's a unique kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, watch it for the effects. Effects are cool. Linnea Quigley getting upset.
I mean, Mark Hamill and
Mark Hamill. Yeah, watch Mark Hamill and something else besides Star Wars.
Watch Mark Hamill be a boring detective.
I'm sure he will appreciate you.
Yeah.
Watching some of his other work besides Star Wars.
Or being the Joker.
Oh, yeah, exactly. The Joker. Yeah. Or Robot Chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'd appreciate it. Oh, you watched the Guyver. Sweet, man. Come in my RV.
Come in my RV.
Yeah, let's do some coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do some coke with Mark Hamill. Because, what's her name ain't around to do it anymore. I can't even remember her name. Princess Leia.
Shit, I forgot her name now.
Yeah, you all know her.
Yeah, you know. It was a great dark joke. I love it.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.